Good afternoon. Mrs. Evans, can you hear me in the back? Okay, thank you. Welcome to Gorham Middle High School for the class of 2014's Class Day activities. Before we begin, I would like to point out a few things. Our exits from this gymnasium, directly behind me, all right, to the left and to the right, which would be that way for you guys. Also behind you, to the left and to the right, downstairs, and if you could fight the kids to get out of here, they would be going upstairs and out. There is also an AED in the back of the building up on the far wall if that is needed, and we hope that that certainly isn't. Also, we've got a door over here that can be used as well. Bathrooms are behind the permanent bleachers, all right? And lastly, I ask that everybody turn off their cell phones, or at least put them on vibrate, same with your pagers. And that is, of course, except for emergency personnel. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please join me in welcoming our 127th graduating class from Gorham High School and a wonderful group of young men and women, the class of 2014.
Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary.
Congratulations to the class of 2014. Way to go.
To those I've called friends, to those I don't yet know, all the places we've been, oh, the places we'll go. You see, every ending's the start of a beginning. Every defeat gets you closer to winning. Yeah, it's all about perspective. That's why my frowns are the reason that I'm grinning. How could I love the peaks if I've never seen the valleys? It's like loving the streets and not knowing about the alleys. This life's not over, haven't seen the finale. There's eyes on your life, so at least try to make yours a pep rally. Under the lights, heart is on fire. The start of your life, this is it. It's time to go into the...
It is my pleasure to introduce you to Alexis Marcoux, the president of the class of 2014.
It is my pleasure to welcome and thank all of you for your attendance today. We have been waiting for this day to come for a very long time and are so happy to have you all here with us. We can assure you that this will be one class day to remember, as we have a number of talented musicians, various inspiring and influential speakers, impressive and interesting presentations, and most importantly, very deserving students getting recognized for their hard work throughout the years. Now, before we get this started, there's just one thing that I really want to do. So if I can have Riley come up here. All right, so me and Riley have been really good friends for a really long time, and we like to do cool things. So we thought a cool thing that we could do to show all of you how excited we are to have you here would be to take a selfie with us. So we're going to head up there, and when I give you the thumbs up, if you could all cheer really loud for the class of 2014, we'd really love that. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to get this thing going. Okay, I'm now going to introduce Elida Eliza Broder-Fossa, who will read transitions.
When I was in your position, I had various thoughts running through my head while watching class day. There was everything from, ugh, these seats hurt, when is this going to be over, to, I can't believe this group of kids will be gone next year. Some of you may be in the audience thinking about how grown up the kids on stage are. To be honest, we weren't always like this. I wasn't always like this. Going through high school, I learned shedding layers to find my true self was never an easy task. E.E. Cummings once said, "It takes courage to grow up and be who you really are." This is a lesson I didn't realize until I started writing this speech. As a freshman, I had my hair up in a messy bun, face down, not really talking to anyone out of my small circle of friends. Oversized sweatshirts and sweatpants became my everyday wardrobe. Walking around the halls this year, I realized I could see myself in some of the middle schoolers and underclassmen alike. There's always a few students walking around with their heads down, trying to be unseen, and coast through high school without drawing attention to themselves. By the end of freshman year, there were some choices that had to be made about myself and what I see when I look in the mirror. Only being 14, I didn't have a clue about the person I wanted to be, so blindly, I made some decisions that would affect me the rest of my high school career. My sophomore year was a blur of jeans, Converse, and trying to fit in. Days turned to weeks, and eventually it was November, and the first 2 months had passed with no significance. It wasn't until my cousin talked me into tiptoeing out of my comfort zone to audition for the school play that my transformation really started. Junior year was when everything changed. I guess it's the thought of being an upperclassman with only 2 years left, but I wanted to make better choices for myself. Unlike freshman year, I had an idea of who I wanted to be, so I tried to shape myself towards that ideal person. This leads me to senior year. Making a choice over the summer to get rid of the negative in my life by making the choice to let go of a poisonous friend or someone who would only hurt me to make themselves feel better. I am now the confident girl you see in front of you. The decisions I made were not the easiest by far, but picking friends who respected me, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders. I will proudly stand here in front of you, confident with my head held high. Sweatshirts are mostly cast out of my daily clothing choice because, come on, we do live in New Hampshire and it is freezing 90% of the year. In conclusion, the point of sharing my journey through high school is that everyone is going to have to make some choices on who you really are. Now, I'm not telling everyone to change everything about yourself just to be superficial. I'm saying change because it makes you feel good. High school changes people, there's no denying that. The trick to make it through is to learn from the bad decisions and use the memories of them to change and influence you on your choices as you grow older. For my classmates sitting behind me, I hope you can learn to use the transformation each and every one of you went through in high school when you get to be an adult. Take the good and the bad of each choice and use it to shed the layers hiding you away from who you want to be when you look in the mirror and confidently say, "This is who I am." Thank you.
And now Leslie Kennison will read Community Matters. The Gorham-Randolph-Shelburne area has been my home and many other my classmates for 18 years. The class of 2014 has greatly appreciated everything that you and all the other community members and businesses have done for us along the way. It means a lot that we have so many people that generously support us financially and emotionally. This all started from us being little kids, and now we are finally here. Throughout the school days, field trips, fundraisers, and events, everyone helped out, and we would not have been as successful as we were. Thank you for everything. And now we will have the presentations of scholarships. Sergeant Brian Dawson will present the U.S. Marine Corps Scholastics of Excellence, Distinguished Athlete, and Semper Fidelis Awards.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sergeant Alexander. I know some of you know Sergeant Dawson, and he's bringing me around to introduce me to all the new schools, because I'll be here next school year. I'd like to thank the principal and the staff for inviting us here to present these awards. It's a great honor for us, and I'd like to definitely congratulate all the graduates of 2014. We'll go ahead and start with this Scholastic Excellence Award. We usually assign this to 2 seniors from the senior class, and we base this off of those who dedicate themselves, not necessarily the ones with the highest GPA or the ones that have the highest math scores or English scores, but the ones that truly dedicate themselves to the pursuit of more knowledge. And that's what we're here to honor today. Just a moment, got them out of order. My bad. All right, our first Scholastic Excellence Award goes to Heather McClure. And our second Scholastic Excellence Award goes to Tyler Sanchagrin. Next, I'd like to present the Distinguished Athlete Award. Obviously, being military people and Marines in general, we place a very high emphasis on physical fitness. Physical fitness and having a strong body and mind to follow will help people overcome the challenges that they're going to face in life. And we would like to present this next award to 2 seniors again from the class of 2014. Our first Distinguished Athlete Award goes to Lily Keenan. And our second Distinguished Athlete Award goes to Tyler Sanchagrin. All right, and finally, we have the Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence. Usually you don't think of the military and think of music along the same lines, but we do place a special emphasis on that as well. This award is presented by the United States Marines Youth Foundation and the Marine Corps League in recognition of diligence, dedication, and musical excellence as a performing high school bandsman and soloist. Our first award goes to Leslie Kennison. And our second award goes to Brian Veazey. Once again, thank you for having us. I'd like to turn the microphone over to Sergeant Dawson for a minute. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you again for having us here. It is our honor to be here. At this time, I'd like to call up Christopher DeFossis. Christopher DeFossis has chosen to go forward with a military career in the United States Marine Corps. He will be shipping out to recruit training in July, and while on active duty, he will receive a full ride scholarship to the university of his choice. Thank you all and have a good day.
Emily Groen and Tony Bolash will present the Student Council Scholarships.
We are pleased to present these 6 scholarships to members of the class of 2014 who have organized school events and have dedicated hours behind the scenes to give our students a great year. This strong group of leaders has guided us and has been a great role model. They have made it difficult to see them leave. If all 6 senior class officers could come forward, please.
You were elected vice president just this year, but you have blown us away by your great attitude, good ideas, and advocacy for all students. Thank you for making such an impact to the school and our group. Thank you for always having the courage to stand up and encourage conversations so all students were represented. Kyle Boisel.
You were elected 2 years as a class representative and senior class secretary. You have proven your dedication to your class and student council by all the behind-the-scenes tasks you take on, which has helped you make this year successful. Your quiet ways have not gone unnoticed. You will be missed next year. Thank you for contributing and helping us. What a well-rounded leader you are.
Three years as class president and 1 year as class representative. You have dedicated your high school career to making sure that your class is successful in all that they have set out to do. Recently, you were told that you had an amazing class trip at Lake George, thanks to all your efforts. You are a quiet leader whose style is to not bark out orders, but instead to work hard and lead. We have enjoyed our experience with you. Brian Veazey.
Three years as treasurer and this year as student council secretary/officer. Everyone can take lessons from you, from your organization, time management, and financial management. You somehow always manage to be the most organized person, even during Winter Carnival, even though you were just getting back from a vacation. We have looked up to you, and we will miss being able to count on you, that you would be needed. Senior class president and student council vice president. You want to make a difference in everything you set out to do. If someone is in need, you drop everything you have to reach out to them, no matter what is going on in your own life. We want everyone to be okay and doing well. You, Alexis, have helped create a great student council environment and made this year very enjoyable. Thank you for never settling for good enough. We will miss you. Smile away.
Two years as class representative, 1 year as vice president, treasurer, and student council president. You have been involved in student government all your high school, and we are very thankful for that. We have learned so much from your dedication to both the high school and middle school students. We do think you have been around Mr. Saladino a little bit too much, as there are many similarities between the two of you. We appreciate all you have done, and we are so glad that you've agreed to be our leader this year. Zach Host.
Megan Mayers and Christian McClure-Kovo will present the FBLA scholarships.
FBLA, or Future Business Leaders of America, is an elective group to which some of the members of the senior class have made a commitment to devoting many hours over their high school career. This year has been one of the most successful in recent history. As a token of our gratitude for their hard work, we'd like to present them all with scholarships.
For 1 year of service, a scholarship in the amount of $50 is awarded to Brady Fota. For 1 year of service, a scholarship in the amount of $50 is awarded to Zach Host. For 1 year of service, a scholarship in the amount of $50 is awarded to Brian Veazey. For 1 year of service, a scholarship in the amount of $50 is awarded to Katie Gagne. For 1 year of service, a scholarship in the amount of $50 is awarded to John Werlick. For 3 years of service, a scholarship in the amount of $150 is awarded to Jake Adams. And last but not least, for 3 years of service and 1 year serving as the president of our group, we award this scholarship in the amount of $200 to Sam Willett. Thank you.
Amy Soisier and Beverly Sanchagrin will present the American Legion Post 82 Auxiliary Scholarship.
Good afternoon. We are here today on the behalf of American Legion, Unit 82 out of Gorham. We're a nonprofit organization which has been supporting country's veterans and their families over 90 years. Through volunteerism, our unit is able to raise funds for scholarships, sponsor Girl States participants, and give educational craft supplies to our local schools. The American Legion Auxiliary congratulates the class of 2014 on all your accomplishments and the completion of your high school years. We realize that today's graduates will be tomorrow's leaders, and as you embark on your college years, we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Our 2014 scholarship recipient has been chosen through the military service of her father, Eric Gagne, as well as her efforts and support of our veterans as a member of the American Legion Auxiliary. We congratulate Catherine Gagne, our 2014 scholarship recipient.
Thank you.
Scott Newton, Julie Dale, and Samantha Newton will present the Roy B. Newton Scholarship.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the entire Newton family, I would like to first congratulate the class of 2014. Congratulations and good luck on your future endeavors. This is the first year that we're going to offer this scholarship, and hopefully there'll be many years to follow. Roy Newton was a member of the community for over 20 years. During his time, he dedicated himself to the countless fundraisers and organizations throughout the community. He was always willing to give a helping hand and to assist his fellow the community in any way he could feel that he'd better the community. While he enjoyed and took great pride in this, there were a couple of different things that he really enjoyed helping. It was our military, men and women, and the younger generation. And several of these individuals behind us today, I'm sure, have spent some time in their garage while they did their floats, and it was something that Roy really enjoyed. On September 9th, 2013, while we lost a husband, a father, and a grandfather, the community also lost and suffered the loss of Roy Newton. And with that in mind, in an effort to keep his memory alive, we decided to start a fundraiser and offer a scholarship. It was originally we were going to offer one scholarship per year, but this being the first year, we would like to, Sammy?
We would like to offer the 2 scholarships in the amount of $300 to Kyle Boiselle and Riley White.
Thank you.
Keith Parent and the Running Start teachers will present Running Start credit vouchers.
If you guys think you're going to sit back and not come up here, you're sadly mistaken. Where's the rest? Come on, Pete. Seem to be a few shy. Huh? The following students have been awarded a Community College System of New Hampshire credit voucher. This 3-credit voucher was earned by Gorham Middle High School teachers who taught a White Mountains Community College Running Start class during the 2013-14 school year. Each of these 3-credit vouchers is worth about $630. On behalf of Mr. Mike Brosnan, Riley White. On behalf of Jennifer Corrigan, Riley White. And also Brady Fota. On behalf of Kerry Wade, Jacob Adams. On behalf of Peter Gagnon, Riley White. And on behalf of Mr. Gagnon's wife, Kelly, Leslie Kennison. On behalf of Rob Hamill, Jacob Adams. And on behalf of Jenny Roberge, Leslie Kennison. Thank you, folks. Lastly, I'd like to say thank you to the people who are here representing the many clubs, organizations, and even individuals who year after year support our graduating seniors with scholarships. We're very fortunate to live in such a caring and supportive community, and I want you to know that we are all very grateful for all that you do for our kids. Lastly, thanks to your generosity, we'll be giving members of this very talented class $86,683 this year.
Mike Brosnan, Holly Fontaine, and Bill Goodrich will present the W. Craig Malik Memorial Scholarship.
Congratulations, the class of 2014, and thank you very much for dedicating this year's yearbook to me. I love and respect all of you very much, and I hope that all of you will show the world as much humanity as you have shown to one another these past years at GMHS. Thank you very much. This scholarship of $1,000 is afforded by the estate of Craig Malik. He gives this scholarship, and Jean Malik is really the person organizing this. She was also a teacher here, to a deserving student who is pursuing a career in computers or a math-related field. Craig taught computers, film, and math to students in Gorham High School for many years. Mr. Malik mentored many students in Gorham who later became very well known in the movie and computer business. Mr. Malik was a very dedicated teacher, and he loved the North Country and all the beauty that this area offers. Craig was a good friend of mine, as well as Mr. Goodrich and Mrs. Fontaine. We are pleased to give this scholarship to someone who is pursuing both computers and art. Ben McDonald is this year's recipient of the 2014 Craig Malik Scholarship. Also, on behalf of the Gorham-Randolph-Shelburne Teachers Association, I would like to give the following book scholarships to Brandon Doobie, Caleb Fike, Eliza Broda Fossa, and Brady Bennett. Thank you very much.
Matt Saladino and Shanda Christopher will present the Corinne E. Daniels Bergeron Memorial Scholarship.
Mrs. Bergeron was and still is an amazing woman in our hearts. She made it fun to come to school. Whenever I saw her, I looked up to her because she was always in such a kind, funny, and friendly mood. She made everyone she talked to feel important and always put a smile on someone's face. We'll miss you, Mrs. Bergeron.
Corinne's scholarship was established last June after we unexpectedly lost her in January of last year. It's given to a graduating senior who is entering the field of education. This year, the winner is
Brian Beasy.
And the next one is the Brian Wu Memorial Scholarship. Brian Wu was a 7th grader here when he was tragically killed 7 years ago. This is given to a graduating senior entering the field of education or culinary arts. They are looked to be honest, respectful, and community-oriented. Brian's family picks the winner, and they've asked me to announce it this year. This year they've selected 2 recipients, both of $500 apiece, Eliza Brodefossa and Tyler Sanchagrin.
Jill Doobie will present the North Country Nurses Association Scholarship.
I'd like to thank Sharon Horn and Lou Nolan for coming with me for support. As you can tell, we are the North Country Nurses Association. This year was a little different for us because we have a benefactor, a Mr. Norbert Roy, who has asked that we give a $1,000 scholarship in honor of his wife, Teresa Denault Roy. The scholarship committee had a very difficult time picking a recipient and emailing back and forth to Mr. Roy so he could help too. The scholarship goes to a very special who wrote the following few sentences. Growing up, I've always been told if I do something I love, then I will never work one day in my life. With that being said, by becoming a nurse, I could not be more certain that I truly will never work a day in my life. Alexis Marcoux, congratulations.
Guy Lopez will present the White Mountain Rotary Scholarship.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Welcome, students, family, friends. Congratulations to the class of 2014. And I wanted to say a thank you to the educators that we have in this room that you've had throughout your school years, and also to the biggest educators you had were your parents. So again, congratulations on that. The White Mountain Rotary Club, although small, we still continue to be active in the Mind Flight program, which maybe some of you had attended in the past. And we also do a RILA Youth Leadership Scholarship, which is the 3rd week in June for students, again, throughout all our Rotary clubs in New England. A couple of comments before I announce this year's scholarship winner. Never forget where you people grew up and went to school. Never forget to show your feelings to your family and your friends. And never feel uncomfortable in failing in life. You've had some failures in school now, and you'll probably experience some in the future, but a failure means that you're going to get stronger in the end, so again, congratulations. And this year's winner of the $500 scholarship is Miss Heather McClure. One other thing. Mr. Parent, I want to thank you very much for your years as an educator, community person. I had the privilege of knowing you in your time up in Berlin High School, but as an individual, I want to thank you for what you've done for your students.
Stephanie Ayotte will present the Brookfield Renewable Power Scholarship.
Good afternoon. On behalf of Brookfield Renewable Energy Group, I'd like to extend our congratulations to the class of 2014. Brookfield recognizes the importance of higher education for our high school graduates. With this in mind, we are pleased to award a $500 scholarship to Brian Veazey.
Jill Blunden will present the Great Northwoods Self-Advocacy Group Book Scholarship.
This book scholarship is presented to students entering human services, education, nursing, or related therapies. Many of the self-advocates have raised money for the scholarship through Community Book Drive in the Berlin IGA Plaza in Berlin, as well as other fundraising events. This year, we are honored to present the award to a student whose essay embodied the spirit of a diversified community, the importance of integration, and using respectful people-first language. The recipient is Leslie Kennison.
Chris Davies will present the Masonic Scholarship.
Congratulations to the class of 2014. I represent Gorham Sabattis Lodge number 73 of Free and Accepted Masons, also called Freemasons or just Masons. There are more than 3 million Masons worldwide, including more than 2 million in the United States. Many famous men have been Freemasons, including Benning Wentworth, George Washington, and Roy Newton. There are 3 lodges in Coos County, one here in Gorham, Gorham Sabattis, one in Colebrook, and one in Lancaster. Our local lodge raises money for scholarships and other charitable purposes by an annual golf tournament and other events, and we are proud to be able to support college scholarships for deserving graduates of Berlin and Gorham high schools. Today we award a $500 scholarship to a student who's going to go on in liberal arts, which Masons especially revere and support. The concept of integrating knowledge across many fields. Caleb Fike. If you would take Chris here and face this way, she'll take another picture eventually.
Thank you.
Wally Corrigan will present the Gorham Fire Department Scholarships.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, class of 2014. I'd like to commend you on your graduation. The Gorham Fire Department Auxiliary, I have to put that first, and the men of the Gorham Fire Department give out 2 scholarships. One to Kyle Bazell and the other to Heather McClure.
Bill Adams, Doug Gleason, Violet Averill, and John Gleason will present the American Legion Post 82 scholarships in the Good Citizens Award.
First and foremost, I'd like to congratulate the graduating class of 2014. And I'm proud to represent the American Legion Post 82 in giving away scholarships. First one is in the amount of $275. Catherine Gagne. Second one in the amount of $500, Alexis Marcoux. The third one in the amount of $1,000 is for Riley White. The next award is a Good Citizenship Award in the amount of $50 to Samuel Willett. Second Citizenship Award in the amount of $50, Heather McClure. Thank you.
Wanda Tangy will present the Morris N. Boiselle Memorial Scholarship.
The Morris N. Boiselle Scholarship is awarded annually to a Gorham High School student entering a healthcare-related college major. Morris was the first director of the Gorham Emergency Medical Services and was instrumental in bringing cutting-edge medical care to the area residents. To honor Morris's service, the members of the Gorham Emergency Medical Service developed a scholarship fund to pay his work forward. The recipient is selected by the members of the Gorham Emergency Medical Service. This year's scholarship is awarded to Kyle Boiselle.
Jason Ross will present the H. Edmund Bergeron Technical Studies Scholarship.
Hi, my name's Jason Ross. I'm an alumni of GHS Class of 1995. I'd like to congratulate all the graduating seniors today. I'm currently the Senior Structural Engineer at HEB Engineers in North Conway. The H. Edmund Bergeron Technical Studies Scholarship is given to a graduating Gorham High School or Berlin High School student enrolling in a 4-year engineering or 2-year surveying program at an ABET accredited college or university. The $1,000 scholarship will be awarded upon successful completion of the student's first year of an approved engineering or surveying program. Beginning in 2014, the scholarship, named for HEB firm founder H. Edmund Bergeron, is intended to recognize and promote local talent in technical fields of study of engineering and surveying. Based on his academic achievements, work ethic, and community involvement, this year's scholarship recipient is Brian Veazey.
Mackenzie Gilbert and Chris Foote will present the Chris Gilbert Memorial Scholarship.
When we first sat down to develop our dad's scholarship, we thought we would give it to a graduating senior who liked to sit in their recliner, watch the news, drink coffee, do crossword puzzles, and fall asleep after a long day's work. Then we realized that there were probably not a lot of high school seniors that do that. These were the funny things that we will always remember about him. We wanted to give this scholarship out for the first time to a graduating senior interested in criminal justice, the outdoors, and helping their community. Our dad loved all these things, and was kind, funny, loving, caring, and always willing to help others. On our behalf, our family this year is proud to present the Chris Gilbert Memorial Scholarship to Riley White.
Tina Bennett will present the Gorham Booster Club scholarships.
The Gorham Booster Club gives 2 annual book scholarships of $250 each for students continuing their education. Our first recipient will be attending White Mountains Community College in the Mobile Technology program. He is a 3-sport athlete, and he is a very hardworking young man. Brady Fota. Our second recipient will be attending College of the Holy Cross, majoring in biology and pre-med. He is also a 3-sport athlete and an active member of many extracurricular activities, including the National Honor Society and Inspire. Tyler Sanchagrin.
Keith Parent will present a number of scholarships.
A word about this class: don't confuse their small size in terms of numbers with their abilities in the classroom. This is a very gifted group of kids behind me. Now, since I was nice and I'm retiring soon, will any of you float me alone? No? Okay. All right. Due to the generosity of the family of Roy and Waver Hamlin, this scholarship is awarded annually to a graduating senior who will be continuing his or her education after high school. This year's recipient, Zach Host. The Cumberland Farms Believe and Achieve Scholarship has been established to recognize the importance of education and provide support to college-bound students. Scholarship recipients are selected on the basis of academic record, demonstrating leadership and participating in school and community activities. This is a $1,000 award, and it's going to Alexis Marcoux. On behalf of members and Board of Directors of the Granite State Designers and Installers Association, the Robert Woodman Scholarship is awarded to a student attending school for civil or environmental engineering. I'm pleased to award this $500 scholarship to Brian Veazey. For many decades, the High Y Club Scholarship has been awarded to a deserving student who exhibits scholastic achievement and is involved in school and community activities. This year's recipient, Catherine Gagne. The Presidential Range Riders Scholarship and its club has a purpose to provide safe and well-maintained snowmobile trails and to promote tourism and business to the local economy. Each year, a student that is an active member of the club or has a family history of being involved in the club is presented with this scholarship. This year's award is presented to Zach Host. On behalf of the members and board of directors of the Guardian Angel Credit Union, it is my pleasure to award two $500 book scholarships to Eliza Broda Fossa and Alexis Marcoux. Yes, I am.
And now Kyle Boisel will read Alone I Can Do So Much.
I would like to direct my attention to the ones in the back of the room. Yes, you, the students of Gorham Middle High School. Every single day this past year, you've walked under a quote in dark blue lettering. Helen Keller stated, "Alone you can do so little, but together you could do so much." I know that most of you would peer up at it every once in a while, looking at the deeper meaning of this quote. I sat back one day and let the words soak within my head until I came up with what it meant to me. It was simple. Alone you can do so little, meaning you cannot succeed alone. Together we could do so much, meaning together we can accomplish tasks we did not do alone. That's when I came up with the conclusion that this quote was false. Throughout my life, I have come face to face with the thought that I did not make a difference in anything that I have done. I felt as though alone I could not make a difference. Up until my senior year, I had not made that last-second shot to win a game or impact someone's life greatly. I never really was recognized for anything that I had done. But sometimes you have to look at those little things to know that you have done something good. Growing up, I was never noticed as the best athlete or the smartest kid. I was what my dad liked to call behind-the-scenes kind of guy. I would do things to benefit the team or the class, but rarely got noticed for it. I always tried to be the best because I always wanted to be the center of attention. As a teenager, who doesn't? Who doesn't want to be the valedictorian? Who doesn't want to be player of the year? Who doesn't want to have their face on the front page of the Berlin Daily Sun for doing something special? This first hit me in 6th grade. I played on the boys' basketball travel team with 9 of my closest friends behind me. We played a massive 52 games in the matter of a couple months. We were talented and very successful. It brings a smile to my face every time I think about them because this was one of the best teams that I've ever been a part of. We went to several tournaments, and at all of them, let it be at the old Coloneltown Gym, over in Haverhill, or in St. Johnsbury, they would choose from each team the most valuable player. I knew that I was a good basketball player, and I worked as hard as I possibly could to be one of the best. But after each tournament, I was never picked as the MVP. It killed me every time. I wanted my name called out, stating that I was the best player on the team. I never understood it. Was it because I fouled this player late in the game, or was it because I was just not as good as I thought I was? As a 6th grader, it was hard to understand why this kept happening to me. But looking back on it, I realized my role in the team. You might still wonder why you didn't make first team All-State, or why they got credit for something that you did together. But you're starting to finally understand that you cannot be the center of attention or the best at everything. There will always be someone better than you. During my senior year, it all started to come together. My dreams of 6 years ago finally had come true. I was recognized for my efforts and love for athletics. I was awarded 2nd team All-State and recognized on the Granite State North team for soccer. Placed on the Granite State North team for basketball and also played in the Division III, Division IV game. I was ecstatic, but also relieved. Anger and confusion that had been built up over the years finally disappeared. Those loose wires sparked, and I realize now what it meant to be behind the scenes. I realized I wasn't the main actor who played the lead role. I realized I wasn't the director that earned all the fame for an award-winning movie. I realized I was the man filming it. I was the man who set up everything to work exactly as planned. I was the man who positioned the camera perfectly to get the best possible outcome. I was the kid who threaded the perfect through ball to yin or yang so they could walk the ball into the net. I was the kid who gave up going out on a Saturday night to help a friend with a class he was struggling. I was the kid that set up everyone else for success. Most of you will find that you're not going to be the best. The difference you make will help someone else become successful, but you will have helped them become who they are today. I now know that I'm not the type of kid that looks to improve my individual stats over the team's. I don't care if I'm the one that gets all the credit or glory for winning a close game. What I do care about is winning the game by giving the ball up to another player that can get the job done. I know that in my mind, I can make a difference without being the center of attention. I know without me on the court or me helping a struggling student, it would be different. You should understand that you can make a difference to benefit more than just yourself. You need to look at and do the smaller things in life that you can make a difference the way you can. Looking back on the quote hung high in the calf, I do not see alone you can do so little, but together you can do so much. Instead, I see alone I can do so much, and together we can achieve greatness. Thank you.
And now, Time of My Life will be performed by Katie Gagne, Leslie Kennison, and Brian Beasy.
And now we will have the presentation of awards. If Mrs. Bennett could please come to the podium.
Okay, we're going to begin with the J.P. Souza Award. Since the start of the John Philip Souza Award in 1954, thousands of U.S. high schools have presented this band award to one of their most outstanding band students. This award recognizes those young musicians displaying superior musicianship, leadership, dependability, loyalty, cooperation, and other qualities of conduct which school instrumental music programs strive to impart. The Souza Award is a top nationwide prize in the school concert band field. This student receiving this award has performed in the North Country Music Festival for 3 years and has taken band for a total of 9 years. It has been a pleasure to see this student grow into a great musician over the last several years. This year's award goes to Brian Veazey. This is the Fred Waring Choral Award. The Fred Waring Choral Award is given to high school senior who showcases superior musicianship, leadership, dependability, loyalty, cooperation, and other qualities of conduct which school choral music programs also strive to impart. This student has participated in both choral and instrumental ensembles since she was in elementary school. She is a strong member of our high school chorus and cabaret. I am pleased to announce that this award is given to Leslie Kennison. This is the U.S. Army Reserve Scholar and Athlete Award. The Department of the Army believes that young people should strive to be the best they can be in all areas of their lives. The U.S. Army Reserve Scholar Athlete Award program is their way of recognizing and rewarding selected high school students who are doing just that, excelling in the classroom and on the athletic field. This year's recipients are Leslie Kennison and Tyler Santagrin. Now we're going to do the Lisa Tangy Award. Lisa Tangy was a beloved member of her family and a friend to all who knew her. Lisa was bright, compassionate, caring, gentle, energetic, and hopeful. While at Gorham High School, Lisa was an involved member of our school and community and a three-sport athlete. Unfortunately, in 1976, she was killed in a tragic automobile accident on her way back from college. We honor Lisa's memory by annually recognizing a senior female that displays the same qualities that Lisa did. And this year's recipient is Leslie Kennison. The Richard Avor Award is going to be presented next. He was a graduate of the class of 1962, a talented basketball player. Richard enlisted in the armed forces after high school, and he died the following year in another tragic automobile accident. His family wished to honor and remember his time at Gorham High with this award, which is also given annually to a male athlete who has represented Gorham High School with pride, determination, sportsmanship, and athleticism. This year's recipient is Kyle Boiselle. This is the NHIA Three-Sport Athlete Awards, and the criteria for receiving the NHIA Three-Athlete Award is that you participate throughout high school, 9th through 12th grade, and 3 sports. It's rare these days to see student athletes play 3 consecutive seasons of sports for all 4 years, while meeting the many other obligations in their lives. I would like to congratulate and give a certificate to Kyle Boiselle, Brady Fota, and Tyler Sansergren.
Since we're on the topic of sports, I would ask the members of the baseball team, who are seniors and seated up here on stage, to please stand. They will be playing in the state quarterfinal tomorrow against Lisbon at Lisbon, 4 o'clock.
All right, now we're going to do the academic awards. And first up, we have an award for outstanding achievement in U.S. history and for attitude and effort in senior paper, Shania Abbott. These awards, one is for outstanding achievement in chemistry and also for AP biology, Jacob Adams. This award is for the Gorham players, participation 213-214, and this is for Quentin Bishop. This academic award is for outstanding achievement in public speaking, Brandon Bison. This next set is for outstanding achievement in physical education and geek physique, and attitude and effort in calculus, and AP biology, Kyle Boiselle. This academic award is for attitude and effort in high school band, and to recognize for cabaret and for Gorham players, Eliza Broda Fossa. This is an academic award for outstanding achievement in life skills, for attitude and effort in community integration, and for cabaret, Fiona Collins. This award is for attitude and effort in high school band, Christopher DeFossis. Up next is outstanding achievement in applied math, outstanding achievement in senior project, and attitude and effort in physics honors, Brandon Doobie. This is also Outstanding Achievement in Physical Education for Geek Physique, Brady Fota. This is Attitude and Effort in High School Chorus and for participation in Cabaret, Caleb Fike. This is for Outstanding Achievement in School to Career and for AP Biology, Zachary Host. This award is for Attitude and Effort in Chemistry Level 1, Lily Keenan. This is for Attitude and Effort in AP Biology and Attitude and Effort in Sculpting and Painting, Christopher Laware. This is for participation in Cabaret, John LePage. This is for Outstanding Achievement in High School Chorus and for Cabaret, Leslie Kennison. This is for Outstanding Achievement in Calculus, Outstanding Achievement in Anatomy and Physiology 2, AP Biology, and Yearbook Editor, Heather McClure. This award is for AP Biology, and it goes to Ben McDonald. This academic award, Outstanding Achievement in Running Start Psychology, Outstanding Achievement in Senior Project, AP Biology, Attitude and Effort in 20th Century U.S. History, Yearbook Editor, Alexis Marcoux. Okay, this is for Outstanding Achievement in Anatomy and Physiology, and this is for Attitude and Effort in New Hampshire Studies, Este Ulasa. This is for Gorham Players and for Cabaret, Sam Olette. All right, academic award for Outstanding Achievement in AP Biology, Outstanding Achievement in Calculus, Outstanding Achievement in 20th Century U.S. History, and for AP Biology, and this is for Tyler Sanchagrin. Okay, we have Outstanding Achievement in Physics Honors, Outstanding Achievement in Senior Project, Outstanding Achievement in High School Band, Attitude and Effort in Applied Math, Attitude and Effort in Calculus, and Cabaret, Brian Veazey. This award, Outstanding Achievement in Digital Photography and Attitude and Effort in Running Start Psychology, John Werlick. And this is Outstanding Achievement in Senior Project, Riley White. These two certificates are for perfect attendance, which is really a remarkable thing to do, to come to school every single day that there is school. And this year, we had two seniors that achieved this goal, and that is Brandon Doobie and Brian Veazey.
When I first came here 13 years ago, I was reunited with Bill Kaczynski. Now, I don't know how many of you people know Kaz, but he was a pretty interesting guy. I had worked with him up in Berlin. I had actually coached with him for a while. And when I came here, he was the assistant principal and athletic director, and he was pretty good at each, except the disciplining part. He used to make me laugh just watching him discipline a kid. He, he really did. He had a hard time. But he always was kind, he always was caring, and he was always concerned about the welfare of kids. So when Bill retired, we nominated him to have his name with the Senior Man, Senior Woman recognition. Consequently, I am here to present the William J. Kaczynski Senior Man, Senior Woman Awards, which includes participation in extracurricular activities, interpersonal relations, respect from peers and faculty, character, and those traits that contribute to the complete person. This year's Senior Man is Brian Veazey. And this year's Senior Woman is Alexis Marcoux.
And now Riley White will present Walk Down Memory Lane.
Okay, thank you, Alexis. All right, so it's pretty crazy how time flies. It seems like yesterday we were up here for 8th grade promotion, entering high school, and now we're leaving high school. It's quite unbelievable about how the time has passed us by. And in a moment like that, it's easy to get caught up and forget about the important things in life. One of those things being the memories that we make together. It's so easy to keep moving forward and keep going ahead with our goals and dreams, and it's hard sometimes to just stop and look at what we've accomplished over the years. So that's why I'm here today. Before I start, I just want to let you guys know this is funny. It's supposed to be, at least. So I encourage you to laugh. It'll be less awkward if you do. Anyway, without further ado, I present to you a walk down memory lane. So, let's start with kindergarten, where we learned bathroom etiquette thanks to Mr. Brian Veazey. Not much to be said here. Brian liked to use the restroom with the door open and provide us with some entertainment throughout those long kindergarten days. In the 2nd grade, we learned about proper dress code thanks to Alexis Marcoux. You wouldn't know it now based on how good of a child she is, Senior Woman recipient. She used to be quite a rule breaker, though, especially when she'd come to school wearing ripped clothes. One day in particular, she had a certain rip in her pants that I let her know about in front of the whole class. She still loves me for it to this day. Love you too, Lex. I know you'll never let me live that down. Recess was also a thing in elementary school. You're probably wondering why there's a picture of a couple wolves. It's not because we got ate by wolves when we were out there. It's because we got ate by pretend wolves, Zach Host and Taylor Marcoux, who's graduating in Berlin. We'd regularly be, traversing the playground as children do, running from the swings to swing sets, and we didn't realize it'd be a struggle for our lives until we'd hear dogs barking at us and running after us on their hands and knees. Thank you, Zach. One of the coolest parts of our elementary school career, in my opinion, was the Magic Treehouse books. There was even a club based on these books that we all were eligible to join, which sounds great, right? It mostly is, except for the fact that there was only a certain number of us that could join. So naturally, as elementary school children, we decided to put names in a hat and pick. These students, he's no longer going to school here, but when he did not get his name picked, he had to be removed from the classroom after saying a few choice words to sweet Mrs. Graff. There may or may not have been talk about one's head being cut off. Speaking of cutting things, Tyler Santrigan has a history of that. Where are you? There you are. Tyler, our valedictorian, was coming up with good ideas even back in the day. As in 5th grade, he stood a pencil on edge and stepped on it. You could imagine Tyler's surprise when the pencil went through his shoe and into his foot. That was a good one, Tyler. 5th grade also brought us maturation day. Yeah. Woo, deodorant. All right. A day full of new terms and phrases and words that I'm sure a lot of us still don't know what some of them mean. Anyway, one of my classmates in particular, Sam Millette, learned a word that he's particularly fond of. Anyway. You can use your imagination. You've all been through it. Once we were deemed mature enough to enter the big bad middle school, we were introduced to Mrs. Hunt and her grading system, which included wet thumbprints with lipstick. Nothing says A+, great job, like a nice wet thumbprint on the corner of your paper. We had a lot of fun in Mrs. Hunt's class. One day, she even got tripped into the whiteboard, went down like a sack of potatoes. We may or may not have broke her that day, but it's all because a backpack was left in the aisle. So when our teachers tell us to take the backpacks and put them in our lockers, we should listen so we don't break our teachers. We do have a history of breaking things. In Mrs. Evans' class, I'm sure she remembers this one. One of our former students, he's no longer going to school here. He thought it'd be a good idea to Dukes of Hazzard style slide across the table. The only problem was he was a big guy, and he didn't quite make it all the way across before the table broke. To all the 7th and 8th graders out there, I wouldn't try this. Mrs. Evans didn't kill the student who did this the first time, but no guarantees that she won't kill the next one. As I said, our history of breaking things, it did not stop. It continued in 9th grade. Mrs. Clement's class, she has a lot of glassware, and we couldn't seem to get it through our heads that glass was breakable. Kind of crazy, the fact that we broke a lot of glass, right? I know. I thought so too. Oh, what happened here? Let's go to that one. Okay. In 9th grade, Sam Millette, again with his good ideas, thought it would be a good idea to bless one of our teachers with the sign of the cross after she let us watch the movie Elf. I know, it's great, right? Well, the only problem was, with Sam being the good religious boy that he is, he didn't realize our teacher is not of the same religion as him. So she didn't exactly take kindly to this. Yeah, the power of Christ compels you, Sam. High school can get long sometimes, so Lily Keenan and I figured out ways to make the time go by a little faster. Here's one of our most famous methods here, drawing teachers without looking. We're not challenged at drawing, for the record. We just don't look when we do it. On the left, you can see Mr. Gagnon, and on the right, there's Mr. Brosnan. It's crazy why we're not going to school for art. I mean, look at that. Mrs. Wade took us on an overnight trip. You guys will all experience it. If you haven't already, I don't want to spoil the surprise. All I'm going to say is try the veggie lasagna. It is, right? It's to die for. Tyler almost died because of it. That's Mrs. Canty's eraser. We had a lot of adventures with it. We like to hide it on her a lot. I know, we're great students, aren't we? Yeah, she loved us for that. Mr. Brosnan, where are you? There he is. This one's for you. It's my lunchbox. Yeah. No explosives in it. Nope. Never was, never will be. Just for the record. Also for the record, we may or may not have lost a burrito in your room somewhere. If it smells funky, you might have found it. Now, John Werlick, I think this picture might ring a bell for you. We went on a New York City trip, and John, who is the bargain shopper that he is, decided to try and buy a 100% genuine Rolex wristwatch, genuine, for $20 instead of $40. Unfortunately, the shopkeeper didn't take too kindly to John's act of leaving the store and not making the deal after he started taking links out of the watch, prompting him to yell at John, threatening to call the cops. And John was sent back to the bus running with his pants around his ankles. Floor hockey, you know, we're the champs. Not much to say about that. It is what it is. No big deal. All right, I mean, it's kind of cool, but whatever. It's just business, you know. We knew we'd take the title back anyway. And how many of these things are there? All right. Okay, so 2 overtime games in a row is a big deal to win. So we consider it a pretty big deal. All right. Okay, we might as well have won the Stanley Cup. But the point is, we won the title and it's ours! Yeah! All right. Meme madness. That's something that we did to pass the time in senior year. We would take these photos. So this is a meme. It's a funny photo with text on it, and we'd put them on each other's lockers. We'd make them in our spare time when we probably should have been doing better things. I know, we are great students. Well, unfortunately, at one point, John Werlick decided to put Mr. Team Good Looking's head himself, Jake Adams, Photoshop his head onto a bikini-clad Mila Kunis and put it on Jake's locker. Well, you can imagine Mr. Parent didn't take that too kindly. He said that we shot ourselves in the foot, but I think the truth of the matter is that somewhere along the line, John acquired a gun and shot us all in the feet before he shot himself. Some of our works of art. Heather's a pirate. And here we are, the present time. We're graduating in a matter of hours. That's nuts. I think if anything, though, we need to remember to always keep our memories near and dear to us, because we're going to be parting ways here soon, and a lot of us won't see each other again. So it's important to keep these memories with us, because they will comfort you even when the people you made them with are not around to do the same. Thank you all very much. Best of luck to the class of 2014.
All our stars will now be performed by Caleb Fike, Jonathan LePage, Reagan Murphy, and accompanied by Mrs. Christina Noyes.
I gotta make sure Tito can get through here first. Yeah. Before I set up, we don't need her tripping over anything. There's always time to zoom. Oh, there's always time to zoom.
Hi. Oh, it's on. We'll entertain you while we set up. It's just another night, and I'm staring at the moon. I saw a shooting star and thought of you. I sang a lullaby by the waterside and knew if you were here I'd sing to you. You're on the other side where the skyline splits in two, miles away from seeing you. But I can see the stars from America. Wonder, do you see them too? So open your eyes and see the way our horizons meet, and all of the lights will leave into the night with me. And I know these skies will bleed, but both of our hearts believe. Guide us home. I can hear your heart on the radio beats, playing chasing cars and thought of us. Back to the time you were lying next to me. I looked across and fell in love. Can you see the stars over Amsterdam? Hear the song our hearts beating to. So open your eyes and see the way our horizons meet. And I know these lights will leave into the night with me. And I know these scars will bleed, but both of our hearts believe. And all of these stars will guide us home. I can see the stars from America.
Samuel Willett will now read Truth Be Told.
The truth has always been something that I have feared. It is scary to have such a great perception of one thing, but at the same time, the truth lies somewhere within the shadows of your life, waiting to come and attack your heart, the most fragile part of your being. A prime but lighthearted example of this would be when my friend Ben Bowie and myself took a road trip with my dad in the April of 2012. We went to go see the Red Sox play at Fenway. We would look out and we'd see Dustin Pedroia make a stellar defensive play, or Mike Napoli hit a wall ball off the Green Monster. I would chuckle, glance at Ben, and say, "This reminds me of how good we are." Sure enough, we get home, go to practice. Ben botches a few ground balls, and I only touch the outfield 3 times in batting practice. I forgot to stretch, but for Ben, it was just a typical practice. After that, I thought back to what I told Ben, and the truth set in. We were never going to make it big. Even though this wasn't the hardest realization to make, it was the truth, and the truth is not always a good thing. Now, what happens in life? Well, that is nothing but the truth. You must be willing to work with the truth to make yourself into who you want to be, not just right now, but in the future as well. Everyone has to face the truths of life at different levels of severity, and they are impacted in a variety of ways. Some people manage to view these truths in the right light and innovate themselves to be even better. All the way through my mid-teenage years, I could never fathom what dealing with the truth meant. Understanding I would never play at Fenway Park was one of the stronger doses of reality that I had ever ingested. It stood second to only one. Amidst the dark and frigid days of January 2012, truth approached me from behind like an assassin. It killed almost every ounce of joy and self-pride I had inside of me. A scar is imprinted on my life from that crippling day in the doctor's office at Dartmouth Hospital. It is a scar that will be marked upon the skin of my existence until the day I die. It was one cold and dreary winter day that drastically revised the story of my life. I sat in a small barren office, admiring a thank you note that a patient had left up on the wall for the doctor. I was perched upon a flimsy metal chair, thinking nothing of the information soon to be presented to me. My parents whispered amongst themselves, talking deliberately of matters I was ignorant of. The doorknob clicked, and all of our heads turned towards the door as the doctor entered the room. The words I would use to describe the look in the doctor's face could also describe the months prior to that moment, long, mournful, and distressed. The truth that had forged the expression the doctor wore transcended down from her mouth and to my ears in one fell swoop. The doctor told me, "You have Crohn's disease." What? A healthy, active, and happy person up until this point in my life, what did this diagnosis even mean? Well, it meant that I now had to live with something that could temporarily debilitate my life whenever it desired. Though it would not be present that often, there is no cure, and my faith would be placed in the course of a treatment. There is no cure. Once I thought about that statement thoroughly a few days later, the darkness of the truth had set in. However, the truth is what I would like to pull from this mess. The truth is what has made me the strongest possible being I could be today. The physical pain that I had felt was almost nothing in comparison to the unrealistic perspective of myself that this news had burdened me with. I was no longer like you guys. In my eyes, I was no longer normal. All that I am, all that I once was, it was all out the window. If I could not even have thought of myself to be a normal person, then what kind of person would my friends view me as? There I was, questioning the people I had grown to know and love over the past 10 years of my life, and some longer than that. Well, the truth, the answer to my question, was masked by the oblivion commonly referred to as reality. All it took was one person. This person did not share my blood or live under the same roof as me, yet she was always by my side. She had been my closest friend ever since my youth. She was the first person I had confided in. I could not fight the truth. I could only subdue the pain of which it ensued upon me, and this person was my key in doing so. Lauren. She changed me as well as that new and false perspective I had of myself. She managed to save me from myself with one little thing, a hug. She did not start pouring the bitter words of sympathy upon me that I just didn't want to hear. Instead, she embraced me. She took this situation as a sign that I needed someone now more than ever, and she let it bring us closer. Through Lauren, I realized that my situation, it would not be a question, rather just a lesson learned in time. I figured out how to remove what was once concealing the truth, and I saw something amazing. I saw something that each and every person I am graduating alongside with has. I saw something my parents have and my sisters have. I saw something all my loving and caring relatives have. I saw something that each person I know and love has. I saw the understanding and appreciation that each and every one of them would use to support me in my time of hardship. This was what I was going to use to combat all evils of the truth. I was going to take what I had been endowed with by the truth, and I was going to use it to make myself a stronger person. Through the power of those who surrounded me, I realized that I did not have to give up. Even more importantly, I was never going to change who I was. I was not going to fall victim to something that I once thought was inescapable. Rather, I was going to embrace the truth. I am up here merely as a correspondent to speak of something amazing, something beyond us all. I speak of a power much greater than any power a superhero could have, and we all have it. It is the ability to take the darkest truths of our lives and turn them into some of the brightest lights. Even in those times when we feel like our shadow is the only one walking alongside us, the power is always within. The power to stray from that narrow, lonely boulevard is waiting in the depths of our heart. It is waiting to help free us from the chains of oppression so we can live our lives the way we want. The only thing we can ever truly fall victim to, the only thing we ever have to truly fear is fear itself. Create the truth. Do not let the truth create you.
Katie Gagne will now perform Count on Me.
So I was called up here to sing, but instead I would like to take this time to present an award to someone special. For the last 4 years, we've had the opportunity to get to know the most incredible person. This woman has dedicated her life to her job.
She is there for all of us, even if it's at 2 in the morning. This woman is not only there for us when we ask for her, but she knows what kind of day we're having and comes to us. From our first day of entering high school, she took the time to actually get to know each and every one of us instead of overlooking us. Now that says a lot about who she is. This is why Miss Lemoyne is being presented with the award for caring, kindness, and generosity on behalf of the class of 2014. Thank you for all you have done for us, and we will miss you so much. Mr. Perrin and Mrs. Bennett will now draw the winning ticket from the 50-50 Chem-Free raffle.
touching this, I know that. This is the fundraiser that they use for the Chem Free, and this is worth $913. The winner is Louis Tangy of Gorham.
And now Sam Willett will present the Unsung Hero Award.
Each year, the senior class is asked to nominate a person who has gone above and beyond to help their class. This year, as in the years past, we have had a difficult time nominating only one person because there are so many worthy recipients in this wonderful community. All the people sitting out there in the crowd today have touched us in some way. The class of 2014 has chosen a person who is known to be a stand-in mom. This woman is a woman that was always on board and willing to do whatever it took for the benefit of the class. She didn't mind planning a last-minute get-together for Sam and his friends, staying out all night at Float Building, or cheering on the Gorham varsity baseball team in near-freezing weather. The most impressive part was probably the fact that she did this not wanting any recognition or compensation, said by Brian Veazey. When I think of this woman, the words caring, loyal, and kind come to mind. Whether it comes to chaperoning the entire week of Float Building, lending a helping hand at the senior car wash, or even volunteering to clean up the opera house after the plays were done, she was always there and ready to help with a smile and some joke about Sam. Eliza Broad-Fossa. Trish Willett has one of the biggest hearts that a person could have. She accepts us all as her own children, and she loves us just like her own. She knows when something is wrong and when you just need a hug. Trish is the first person there to volunteer to help our class with everything from doing car washes freshman year to being at homecoming decorating every night until every kid went home senior year. She is an outstanding woman and is our class's second mom. I don't know what I would do without her. Katie Gagne. A mother, a wife, a role model, but above all else, a best friend. It is almost unfathomable just how much this lady has been able to do and will continue to do, not just for me, but for every single person that she has befriended. When I think of this phrase, service above self, an image of this lady is drawn up in my mind. I know firsthand what she has done, and for me, it is a debt I will never be able to repay. My class has had the privilege of knowing this lady for the past 12 years. However, I have had the blessing of knowing this lady for the past 18 years, 8 months, and 3 days. There is nothing about Trish Willett that is unsung. Mom, I think that's enough for you to...
And now It's Time will be performed by Lily Keenan and accompanied by Hunter Lambertson.
Hello.
same as I was. Now don't you understand? I'll never change in who I am.
So this is where you fell, and I am left to sell. The path to heaven runs through miles of clouded sky, right to the top. Don't look back. Turn into rags and giving the commodities a rain check. I don't ever want to let you down. I don't ever want to leave this town. 'Cause after all, the city never sleeps at night.
It's time to begin, and then I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand? I'll never change in who I am. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand? I'll never change in who I am.
This road never looks so lonely. The house doesn't burn down slowly to ashes, to ashes.
It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand? I'll never change in who I am. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then isn't it? I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand? I'll never change in who I am.
And now Kyle Boiselle, Zachary Host, Leslie Kennison, and Brian Veazey will present the staff recognition gifts.
Where's my stuff? It's person. All right. The class of 2014 would like to thank a very special family who has been with us from the beginning. They've been involved with our lives, whether it was coaching t-ball, chaperoning field trips, or helping out with Winter Carnival and Homecoming. Our class, along with the class of 2010 and 2011, especially appreciates their generosity of allowing us to take over their garage to build homecoming floats for the past 8 years. This family truly cares about each and every one of us. Thank you so much for everything you do, Matt and Lori Boiselle.
All right, I would like to take this time to recognize a very special woman. When she joined us 8 years ago, I remember thinking, sweet, a new student. But over the past years, she has left an everlasting impact on many students here at GHS. She has a smile that radiates throughout the entire school, as a desire to help anyone in need, and a way of brightening up anybody's day.
In chorus, we have had the smallest classes, which never taught me to be shy. Then she took us to Six Flags for music in the parks, and we had a chorus that had 6 people competing against schools who had 60 kids. It was a little scary. I believe we made top 3 every year. She also took time out of her busy schedule for cabaret, rehearsing on the weekends, and staying late on the weeknights to prepare for the show. She has taught me and many others many life lessons and for me to be myself. Good luck in Littleton, and never forget Gorham, and especially any of us. We most certainly will never forget you. Thank you for everything, Mrs. Noyes. Could you please come up here?
You coming to join me? Do you have an announcement for everyone? Okay, I'll go over here.
I did that myself. Just a quick announcement. We're going to run out of time here, and we're going to continue on, but we also have some little ones that need to catch a bus. So, that being said, Mrs. Evans and the rest of the middle school staff, could you take the middle school upstairs and let them go for the weekend? You guys have a great weekend. Sorry about this.
Oh, that's fine. I knew.
We're starting late,
Yeah.
you know. I apologize, you guys. We gotta get them on buses. What's that? Oh, yeah. No, I don't think so. Now, I would expect that most of the high school students want to stay and see their friends. If not, you folks can go catch the bus too. All right? And for those of you who want to stay, we're going to continue on.
I'll just wait for the guys to go. That cleared out fast. All right. I know. Everyone just bailed on us. Hi, Hunter and Brett and Tristan. All right. Thanks for staying. It looks like everyone's all seated. All right, so today I have the pleasure and honor of recognizing one of the most important people in the school. It is a little ironic for me because he specifically, and during my senior project meeting, told me that he wanted nothing to do with graduation and class day. And I'm sorry, Mr. Parent, but I'm ignoring your wish. But over the last 13 years, you have inspired many to become the best they can be. And so today, this is not only our day, but is also yours, as you too will be graduating with us and the class of 2014. So from the class of 2014, every class you have graduated and affected, thank you for everything you have done. You will truly be missed. Please enjoy the slideshow dedicated to you.
childhood probably wasn't a whole lot different than anybody else's that was born and brought up in the area. Went to school at the Ed Fen. Was there, and I was in the first grade at the Ed Fen, which was kind of cool. The school had just been built because of the numbers of kids that were coming up. We had pretty large groups. My class, for instance, when I graduated from Gorham High, was about 64, 65 kids. I was an average student, probably a little bit better than average when it came to social studies classes. And I was a very average student athlete. You know, I played baseball and soccer and enjoyed being in school. Had a pretty good relationship with the principal of the school, Mr. Herman. He had pretty substantial influence on my life, so enjoyed laughing and having a good time with people. But again, was just an average kid. My grandmother really is the person who got me interested in history. And then I would say after that, the people that I worked with, the two of them in particular, Stuart Lord and Rusty Ross, had real interests in the Civil War. And I had the opportunity to start to find out a little bit more about it, listening to them and so on. So they piqued my curiosity again. Your great-grandfather actually is the one who pointed me in a direction, told me that he thought that I would be a pretty good teacher, and suggested that I look at going to Plymouth or Keene or one of, some other places that have a teaching program. So I ended up going to Plymouth. This position here at Gorham High School opened up, and I interviewed and was fortunate enough to be successful at getting the job. This has been a wonderful experience for me here. The students are a lot of fun to be around, and we've had a good teaching staff. You guys get a great education here. It's like a private school at times. Yeah. It really is. And I think you get to know us real well, too, as individuals. The big thing was, at least initially, was I wanted to see if I could make a difference and put my own mark on the school before my time as an educator was done. I think you're going to be a little bit crazy. I think you need to have a real understanding of what it takes to be a good teacher, and understand that there's never any real solid teaching and learning until you develop relationships with kids. Learning should be fun. It really should, and those are the things that I think you need to start with. I really enjoy working with kids. They help keep you young. They make you shake your head at times, but overall there's an excitement being around them that really does make you think and feel a little bit younger. You know, this career has been a great career for me. I have never come to school and said, oh geez, I gotta go to work today.
Never been better.
No, not at all. This is what I should have been doing. Everybody makes an impact. It could be a comment, it could be a smile, it could be something that they do, a speech that they wrote, just watching kids in the hall shoot the breeze with each other, having a good time, forgetting all the stuff that's on the outside of school and watching what's going on in here inside the walls. I think the effect was more personal than anything else, because I got the opportunity to come back to the school that I graduated from, which was really kind of neat, to be able to do. And I got to know some great people that I probably wouldn't have gotten to meet otherwise if I'd have stayed in Berlin. So this has been a wonderful work assignment for me, and I'm really sorry to go, but it's time for me to retire. So I'll miss it, but it's time for somebody else to pick up the leadership role now.
I wanna leave my footprints on the sands of time. Know there was something that meant something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. Leave something to remember so they won't forget I was here. I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I'll never say I live each day until I die, and know that I meant something in somebody's life. The hearts I have touched will be the proof that I leave, that I made a difference, and this world will see I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I just want them to know that I gave my all, did my best, brought someone some happiness, left this world a little better just because I was here. I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I wanna leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I lived, I was here. I did, I was here. I lived, I loved, I did, I've done, I was here.
You have left your mark, Mr. Perrin. I want to welcome to the stage Mrs. Tina Bennett.
Can you
We can't, I will try. We can't have you speak yet. Because at this time, Mr. Parent, I would like you to walk down to meet your family over right there. As he walks down, I want to let you know that there are many ways to honor someone, and we and his family want to ensure that we found a unique and special way to honor Mr. Parent for his service and dedication to all aspects of education, including athletics as well. Keith played soccer and baseball for Gorham High School. He cheered on his own children through their athletic experiences. He has coached throughout his career, and for the past 13 years, he faithfully attends and has attended the contest and supports our student athletes. Often on a Friday night, you will find him sitting on the far, my right side, bottom row of the permanent bleachers. It is his spot. So Keith, we dedicate this Keith Parent bleacher section to you. It has your baseball number, and it is a permanent reminder that you have made your mark and positively impacted all of our lives. I'm now going to invite Kyle Parent up to the podium with his father. I know, lots of walking. and the girls, sorry, young ladies.
Good afternoon. Before I begin, on behalf of the Parent family, I want to congratulate the class of 2014 and wish you all the best. I'm going to try to keep it together. So 39 years ago, our father, Gorham High School Principal Keith Parent, began his career in education. Although he began teaching at Berlin High School, he's a Gorham native and a graduate of Gorham High School. So finishing his career at Gorham High School seems like the perfect ending to a career that has come full circle. After all, his parents, wife, brother, in-laws, and children are all graduates of Gorham High School. Today, we are here to honor his career by announcing the creation of the Keith F. Parent Award. This ensures that his legacy will remain in a place that has given him and his family many fond memories. The Keith F. Parent Award will be given annually to a Gorham High School senior who demonstrates those most redeeming qualities of our father, Keith Parent, which are work ethic, leadership, community involvement, and school pride. While there are many qualities of his that we wanted to include with this award, we felt that these four were those most instilled in his 39 years of teaching and coaching, which in turn has helped to shape hundreds of students and athletes into the people that they are today. It is with great pleasure to announce that the first annual Keith F. Parent Award goes to Alexis Marcoux. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. My son graduated from here in '93, my girls in '96, and I'm not going to tell you when I graduated from here. What really brought me to tears was watching my golf swing.
And now Leslie Kennison will perform My Wish.
Go. If you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, bring the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake, and you always give more than you take, but more than anything, yeah, more than anything. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my this is my wish. I hope you know somebody
Eliza, oh, hello. Is it on? Hello? Okay, it's on. Eliza Brodafasa and Brandon Doobie will now present the Class of 2014 slideshow.
after a while, you realize time flies. And the best thing that you can do is take whatever comes to you. 'Cause time flies. But laughing under soda showers is still the way I see you now. They say everything can be replaced. They say every distance is not near. So I remember everything of every man who I don't ever wanna let you down. I don't ever wanna leave this town. 'Cause after all, this city never sleeps at night. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger than that. I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand? I've been here before a few times, and I'm quite aware we're dying. And your hands, they shake with goodbyes, and I'll take you back if you have me. So here I am, I'm trying. Never believe if this is it. Please let me know if this ain't love. You better let me know if this is it. I wanna know if this ain't love, baby. Just say so. You've been thinking, and I've been drinking. We both know that it's just not right. The bridges all crumbled, the water soaks into rocks that fell at the bottom of the road. The town that we lived in, the memories shaken apart from the weeds that grow over the sidewalk. And it's sunshine, blue eyes, tan lines, slow tide rolling, white sand, cocaine, koozie in my hand, just a summertime strolling, chilling, breezing, sipping, singing, whoa, reaching. I'm gonna pick up the pieces and build a Lego house. If things go wrong, we can knock it down. My 3 words have 2 meanings, but there's one thing on my mind. It's all for you. And it's dark in a cold December, but don't you slide, slide. And I'll do anything you ever dreamed to be complete. Little pieces of nothing that fall. Oh, May, put your arms around me.
I found your picture today. I swear I'll change my ways. I just called to say I want you to come back home. I just called to say I love you. Come back home.
I'll be your light, your match, your burning sun. I'll be the bright and black that's making you run. And we'll feel alright, we'll feel alright. 'Cause we'll work it out, yeah, we'll work it out. Now we're doing this, if you ever doubt. Till the love runs out, till the love runs out.
15, there's still time for you. Time to buy and time to lose. 15, there's never a wish better than this. When you only got 100 years to live. I'm 33 for a moment.
Shot, everything rides on tonight. Even if I've got 3 strikes, I'ma go for it. This moment, we own it. I'm not to be played with, because it can get dangerous. See, these people I ride with. This moment, we own it. And the same ones that I ride with be the same ones that I die with. Put it all out on the line with. If you're looking for me, you can find wit in a new car or the crown with. My new broad does a fine chick.
You decide what it contains, how long it goes, but this remains. The only rule is it begins. Happy, happy, oh my friend. You decide what it contains, how long it goes, but this remains. The only rule is it begins. Happy, happy, oh my friend. You decide what it contains, how long it goes, but this remains. The only rule is it begins.
I swear, would we all be without those fathers and mothers, sisters and brothers, friends I made, long lost lovers? I wouldn't be who I am today if not for those I've loved along the way. Now, just picture me Hollywood living, riding through the sun, riding through the sunset. Now, stop tripping, just give me a minute and wait until the sun, wait until the sun goes down. Then you know how it go down, then you know how it go down. I'll entertain you, just wait until the sun goes down. You know how it go down, you know how it go down. Might get a little crazy, just wait until the sun goes down.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man, burning at his fuse out there alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh
Okay. Wow, where did all the time go? If I had $1 for every time a classmate, teacher, parent, or even I said this over the past week, I wouldn't even need to worry about paying for college. But it is true. Where has all the time gone? It seems like only yesterday we were crowding around a classmate's phone that read 250-something days until graduation. Now, Mr. Werlick, what does that countdown read now? 3 hours and 35 minutes. Wow, okay. It's almost unbelievable how far we have come as individuals and even as a class over the past year and even throughout all of our years here at Gorham Middle High School, and it's all thanks to you. All of you that stand before me, whether it be family, teachers, faculty, classmates, or members of the community, have played a huge role in making us the people we are today and preparing us for the people we will need to be for the future. And I, as well as the people sitting behind me, cannot begin to thank you enough for all that you have done. As we move on to the next chapter of our lives, some of us may be leaving this community for another, where we'll be making new friends and creating new bonds with different people. But one thing will always be true. Don't ever think that any of us will forget where we came from, the small town of Gorham. For this community and the people inside of it are something you just cannot forget. You have all left an inerasable mark on each and every one of us that will help us further chase our dreams. Thank you for coming along on the ride. We will never forget you. Now at this time, I would like to call up my classmates for the traditional flower ceremony.
Going through my closet the other day, I found an old yearbook, flipped right to the page of that senior trip, down there on that Panama Strip. We all started yelling when we smelled the beach, couldn't wait to try our fake IDs. We only had a few days and a whole lot of memories to make. Oh man, we were living, didn't waste 1 minute. We talked and drank and danced and said goodbye. We laughed until we cried. This past year my family was sitting cross-legged round the Christmas tree listening to Granddad. We all knew it'd probably be his last. He was cracking jokes and we were taking turns telling stories about fishing or lessons learned out on the porch with him. We all felt like kids again. Oh man, we were living, sitting there reminiscing. We sang and talked and traveled back in time. We laughed until we cried. The best days under the sun, every emotion rolled into one. A little of this, a little of that, kinda happy, kinda sad. Just the other night the baby was crying, so I got out of bed and rocked her a while, and I held her tight and I told her it would be alright. My mind went back to a few years ago when we tried so long we almost gave up hope. And I remember you coming in and telling me the news. Oh man, we were living, going crazy in the kitchen. We danced and screamed and held each other tight. We laughed until we cried.
like a storm that cuts a path, it breaks your will. It feels like that. You think you're lost, but you're not lost on your own. You're not alone. I will stand by you. I will help you through when you've done all you can do and you can't cope. I will dry your eyes. I will fight your fight. I will hold you tight, and I won't let go. It hurts my heart to see you cry. I know it's dark, this part of life.